What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back to start going through bridges. Indeed, big shout out to Sofia, who sent me their 1980 album, which apparently translates to Torchlight Procession. And I hadn't seen this in a lot of the titles that I've been translating, whether in Norwegian or Swedish, but it put up this icon which says that the translation was reviewed by people, not just the algorithm, and apparently has been approved. So, more than in some cases, I'm going to say apparently that is the title of the album in Norwegian. It's a 1980 album, and indeed, shout out to Sofia, who suggested it would be a good way to take over Fuhrholmen Fridays, which, as far as I know, I've gotten through the majority or the main parts of Magna's musical output. In any case, I guess we can call it Fuhrholmen and Friends. Magna was part of the band, as I now understand, along with Paul and a couple others. So yeah, ultimately I know a bit about the story of the band. And again, the Aha movie was instrumental in, giving image to that, and also, some direct feedback from the people involved. Shout out to the train. But yeah, even if I have a bit of that story now, and even if I have a sense of the way Bridges was part of what led to Aha, I don't really know their music per se. I was mentioning to Sofia, on the Discogs master release for this album, it's listed as a genre, and again, it's a user-based wiki, and labels, even when they semantically fit, it may not fully encapsulate what is on offer, and it may not fit under that label in the same way that other groups correctly fit under that label, but in a different way. So I get it. Labels are just that. They're just a way to try to put a semantic word for something rather than just intuitively hearing it. So I get that this may not be what some people see it as, but the Discogs master release is listed as classic rock. And hearing how they were inspired by certain groups, and Magna putting up a Jimi Hendrix poster in the back of his class, it feels like that would be maybe the type of rock where they would be expressing their musical artistry. So yeah, I'm curious to hear what this will sound like, given everything that I've come to learn, admittedly still in a limited way, but about the very early stages, or indeed the pre-Aha journey of the people involved. So looking forward to this. The first two tracks apparently should be reacted to together. Sofia was saying the opening tune is more or less like an instrumental introduction, which bleeds directly into the proper first song. So the opening tune is referred to, and that's right, it's called the Oncoming of Day. And I noticed that the album, at least on Discogs, is sort of shifted into three parts: the Oncoming of Day, and then the Oncoming, with an ellipsis, meaning the three dots, and then the Oncoming of Night. Sofia was saying, I think they just wanted to split the album conceptually, in more than two sides, and so they had to label it that way. In any case, so after that we get Somebody Is Going Away. So, the oncoming of day, speaks to a sunrise. It speaks to the beginning of another cycle, another rotation of planet Earth, and all the living things that are on it, and their cycles and rotations and activities. And then Somebody's Going Away. It sounds maybe not sad necessarily. Sometimes people go to work, or people go on a vacation, and there's an expectation they'll come back, and there's maybe a fondness when someone leaves. It's like, hey, have a great trip, I'll see you. And there could be, a physical embrace and so on. So somebody's going away, it could be a more positive or at least neutral thing, but I don't know, the phrasing of it makes me think that someone is leaving another person's life, and whether that's because they're choosing to, or because they have to, or because they've died, it feels like maybe there's a sadness or melancholy lurking behind the specific meaning of the title. So I guess we'll find out. Either way, this is first the Oncoming of Day, and then followed by Somebody's Going Away by Bridges on their 1980 album, which again apparently translates to Torchlight Procession. Luca jumped when she heard the birds. flat. I like that passage a lot. Kind of has like a progressive rock feel.
En till! En, två, tre, till!
Tumbling over itself, almost discordant quality to that section. Finishing the songs like a pro, or like pros, and already being very cheeky early on. So yeah, that's cool. I definitely hear a bit of the classic rock vibes, but I also hear like a progressive rock sound. I hear a bit of the Doors with those like that organ keyboard. So yeah, a cool blend of sonics. And again, the guitar work had a bluesy quality to it. So yeah, I like the blend. I like the vocals. The recording and the vocals are like, they're raw. They remind me, I know I'm going through some other catalogs of groups where they're more known for stuff that came later, but in the early period there's a sort of raw, like, almost like a garage band type of sound. This isn't, I wouldn't call that a garage band sound, but I would say the production and the recording, it doesn't sound like the level of, what would come later with Aha. So it definitely sounds a bit more, like a young group recording their first album. And ultimately, I do enjoy the experimental quality to it. Like I said, that one section, which I don't know if it was like the chorus, even though it was like the part I'm thinking of was instrumental, but it was like the percussion and the melody were like fighting with each other for like which one should take the lead, and it was like a really interesting dynamic. It had a discordant sound to it, again a bit dissonant, but at the same time it was like a really compelling section of the tune. So I enjoy the composition there. So yeah, a cool opening. Looking forward to hearing more, and to what degree there's more blues rock type of sounds, or if there's like a bigger sort of like classic rock ballad and so on. Either way, I did enjoy the youthful exuberance of it, if you will. So yeah, once again, shout out to Sofia for getting this into my hands and suggesting that it take the place of Magna, who I've essentially reacted to everything that I would have access to. So yeah, this one, like I said, was a double. Do let me know, Sofia or otherwise, if there's any point in the future where there's others that should be done in unison like that. But yeah. Looking forward to more bridges. Shout out to Luca. Shout out to all of the AHA family, and I will see you next time. Peace.